Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have a super exciting video because guess what? Epic Games just announced that they will be hosting their first ever official Trios tournament for all the pro players, and these pro players are freaking out. They are so excited, and so many of them are coming together and creating the most powerful trios you guys could imagine. For example, Mr. Savage M and Benji Fishy, who are duos, are teaming up with Mongrel. That's right, guys. Benji, Savage, and Mongrel all teaming up for the trios. That is one of the most scariest trios I've ever heard of in my life. And don't worry, we're going to go over some other scary ones throughout this video. Also, we will be talking about how some pro players believe that trios should be the only game mode for professional play. Like, we should just drop duos and solos, which is absolutely crazy. We're going to talk all about this stuff. Before we do though, guys, do me a quick favor. If you enjoy my content daily and you're excited to learn all this information, do me a favor and drop a like on this video. Every like really helps support the channel. And also, don't forget to subscribe, guys, because we are so close to 400k, and I just want to say thank you real quick to every single one of you who tunes into my videos and subscribes and drops likes. You guys are truly amazing. You have made my dreams come true. Thank you so much. But now, let's go ahead and jump into the video. Let's go ahead and start off by taking a look at the announcement coming out from Epic Games that they're going to do Trios events. This came in their Week 10 World Cup Week 10 online open info. In this post, they mentioned that the Storm Flip has been disabled for Week 10, which I did want to point that out in this video real quick. I'm really happy Epic Games seems to listen to the community a lot more recently, and that's great. Because guess what? A lot of the recent patches have been so much better than the ones we've seen before. Then they disabled the Storm Flip 2 weeks in a row when we requested it, as well as that they also changed the dates of the last World Cup qualifier because we requested it. They're listening. It's amazing. So all I gotta say is thank you so much, Epic. Keep listening to us. Every time you do, it improves the game and we enjoy it even more. And then down below in this paragraph, it says, following this week, the Epic office will be closed between June 24th and July 8th. During that time, we will not have any official Fortnite competitive tournaments running. When we come back, our next prized tournament will be a Trios tournament on July 13th and 14th. So that's amazing. The trios are coming and we're going to talk about it. But also real quick to mention, they said we will still have 2 content updates over these weeks and you'll be able to get all the details in the patch notes as normal. We'll see you soon. So it's not like the game is shutting down. Epic's not disappearing. They're just not going to be running any tournaments until the 13th and 14th. And then when they come back, it's going to be the trios event, which pro players are so excited about. For example, take a look at Benji Fishy from NRG. He tweeted this out after the announcement. Can't wait for the trio tournament. Let's go, in all caps. So he's super hyped up, and we already mentioned who his trio is going to be. It's Mr. Savage M and Mongrel. Mongrel ended up announcing it on his Twitter. He said this, announcing that I'm going to be playing all trios with Mr. Savage M and Benji Fishy, and all future competitive squads with Mitro, Benji Fishy, and Mr. Savage. Really excited. Wow, I'm excited too, and I could only imagine how happy Mongrel must feel. He's not only playing with one of the best duos in the world, but he also gets to play squads with Mitro and those two. That's got me mind blown. Those 3 are going to dominate trios, guys. In my opinion, I don't see anybody in Europe stopping Mr. Savage M, Benji, and Mongrel. That's just insane. Be sure to comment down below who you guys think the best trio will be. But if I had to put money on it, that's going to be a top 3 trio in the world. But it's not the only super team we've seen put together so far for trios. The next one we have coming out of North America East is going to be FaZe Mega, FaZe Dubs, and Clicks. Wow, that's really scary too. If you count the times that Clicks and Dubs have qualified and put them together, it's like 14. They have both qualified almost every single week. Honestly, I don't know what's scarier, Dubs, Clicks, and Mega, or Benji, Mr. Savage, and Mongrel. Both of those sound insane. You know what I would love to see? A 3v3 Zone Wars battle between those 2 trios. That would be crazy. I have no idea who would win. Obviously, it would need to be done on land because ping difference, but still. So now that you guys know 2 of the most powerful trios in the entire world, let me know down below who you think is better. Who is the best trio in the world? I don't know, because we got another stacked one coming through. Might not be as good as these 2, but it's still super strong. And in terms of just clout and people knowing these players, it's definitely the biggest. We have Cloaksy tweeting this out. Sup at 72 hours and at Tfue. Wow. Tfue, 72 Hours, and Cloaksy coming together, that could be a really good trio. If you guys didn't know, 72 Hours actually was on FaZe once with Cloaksy and Tfue. That was way, way back in the day though, but they are all really good friends, they're all super popular, and they're all really good. But I'm not too sure if they would be as good as those other trios, because if you take a look at their qualifications so far, Tfue out of those three is the only player to qualify for solos, and none of them have qualified for duos yet. But then you look at Dubs, Mega, Clix, Mongrel, Savage, and Benji. They have all qualified multiple times in duos and solos. But to be fair with Tfue and Cloaksy, they have been very close to qualifying in the past 3 weeks. I believe over those 3 weeks, they have been in the top 10 every single time. So there is a really good chance that they make it through. And if they do, then maybe they are as good as those other trios. I would love to know what you guys think again. Don't forget, leave a comment down below who is the best trio right now. So most players are actually really excited about trios coming, and they even think that it should be the staple game mode. Like, we should drop duos, we should drop solos, and just do trios. For example, we have Elevate from 100 Thieves who did a podcast today with Bala, and he explained that trios should be the main mode. Let's go ahead and roll that clip.
Do you guys think that holds true, Elevate? If we went with just one competitive format, would you take duos over solo?
Yeah, I think a lot of competitive players would just like want duos in general. I think it's definitely the more loved mode. But I don't know if I would trade trios for duos just because I'd have to learn so much. But like if I could go back in time, you know, like Thanos Infinity Gauntlet and like change something, like I would want like trios to be the one mode, and I would want them to just stick with it the entire time, because I think that would be the best for comp. I mean, the fact that I have to like practice 2 modes in one game is like no other really like game has that. I guess Call of Duty has something similar to that, you know what I mean, like with the different things, but like it's so different in Fortnite, and it just kind of doesn't make sense. And there's a lot of, like Ball said, like the collusion is just, it's pretty bad.
So that's what Elevate said, and I wanted to get another pro player's perspective, so I asked Clix from Misfits, who is qualified and is playing with Dubs and Mega, what he thought about this, and also what he thinks about playing with Dubs and Mega. It was a super sick interview. Let's jump into that. Alright guys, here I am with Clix himself, who is going to be trioing with Dubs and Mega from FaZe. First of all, man, I just gotta ask you, how do you feel about that?
Well, dude, I'm really, really hyped. It's probably the best 3 players in the world. Or not necessarily the best, but you know what I mean? So, best 3 people competing in literally a trios. It's going to be absolutely disgusting. I know we're going to pop off if we consistently practice.
Yeah, and that's something I'm going to talk about in the video. You guys are definitely going to be one of the best trios. How did it even happen? Like, who came to who? Who decided you would be a trio?
Well, basically, like 3 months ago, we talked about it like, oh, yo, you want to be our trio? And I'm like, yeah, I'm down. And it's just after that, we've been homies since. But Skeptic's a little jealous, so I still got to talk to him, but we're going to pop off.
Yeah, that's actually the interesting thing about this, because another duo or another trio that's happening is Mongrel, Benji, and Mr. Savage M. So, you know, Mitro, where's he going to go, right? Somebody's always going to be left out in these situations, which is a little odd for that player. But yeah, that's another crazy duo or another crazy trio. What do you think about them?
Well, I mean, we'll still clap them up, so I think we're fun.
Okay, so NA over EU for sure, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. So you guys talked like 3 months ago. Did you know like some trio tournaments might come, or was it just like speculation?
Yeah, we had some insight about it before it even came to conclusion and release to the public. So we knew that trios was going to become a competitive event. So I'm kind of hyped how all of us are trios now, and it's just, we're going to pop off, like I said.
Okay, so let me ask you this then. How do you feel about the actual trios mode compared to solos and duos?
So, I mean, I don't know. I kind of like it, but I kind of don't at the same time, because I want it to be like maybe just 2 game modes where you could practice in, but now it's most likely will be 3. So you won't really necessarily have time to fit all 3 game modes in for practice.
Yeah, that's going to be hard, especially, you know, like you have to change up your team so much now. You're not just going from a solo to a duo. You're going solo, duo, and trio. Yeah,
you have to keep on changing game styles, the way you think, IGLing, and everything like that.
All right, so if you had to choose between the 3 game modes, trios, solos, and duos, which one would you prefer to be like the main mode, the only one?
I would 100% agree with solos, because that's like my strongest game mode ever. And basically, I think that because I don't really have to carry someone on my back all the time. Not necessarily carrying, but also like focusing, making sure that they're okay in end game situations, and basically stuff like that.
Okay, so what you're saying is like more goes into duos. You got to think about more things, and you only have to worry about yourself in solos.
Yeah, and solos I can basically just focus on what I'm doing as a solo and basically just pop off from there.
Okay, that's actually interesting because like Elevate from 100 Thieves, he did an interview today, and also I seen on Twitter a lot of people saying they prefer like trios or duos just because it like mitigates the RNG factor. What do you think about that?
Well, I completely disagree. In solos, I usually find perfectly, and I usually find perfect rotations. Since I play tilted, so I always get around 3 points before actually engaging into endgame situations, and I usually always have enough heals, enough rotations to win and pull off high ground by the end of the game.
That's actually an interesting perspective. So do you think maybe it does have a little to do with your landing spot? Like people maybe landing
A hundred
outside of the
percent.
map?
100%. Like based on if you win the game is always based on your landing spot. Landing spot and tilted is absolutely amazing because I have so many buildings to loot, so many kills to just get, and so many points. It just racks up. Like say you're going in somewhere that's super small, like maybe like junction or something like that. You're not going to get the best rotations. You're not going to get the best mobility and stuff like that. Also in tilted, I have balls. Three balls spawn all the time. So if I don't get a rift, launchpad, etc., I always have a ball to fall back on.
Okay, that's awesome. So tell me, do you think trios will be like a permanent mode? Do you think we'll start seeing big tournaments for it all the time? Or is it just like a one-time thing?
I honestly think it's just for fun and just for like a different way to play because we've been grinding for like 10 season only duos and squads. Or not duos and squads, solos and duos. So I don't think they're gonna add another game mode and let us practice for like a month before we actually get into competition.
Okay. Awesome, man. Thank you so much for coming on, Clicks. If there's anything you want to say, shout out your YouTube or something, feel free.
Just add Twitch clicks and then YouTube clicks. That's about it, homie.
All right, man. You guys heard him.
All right. Thank you so much for having me. And
Yeah,
hope
thank you,
enjoy.
dude. And that's going to be it, guys. Again, shout out to Clicks. Be sure to check out his YouTube channel. All you have to do is search Clicks Fortnite. You'll find his channel. He's got some awesome videos. Besides that, let me know down below in the comments. Do you guys think solos, duos, or trios should be the main game mode? Or do you think we should do all three or just solos and duos? Leave that comment down below. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like on it. And if you want to subscribe for more daily content, you can do that by clicking that subscribe button. Thank you for watching, guys. I'm out of here. Peace.